So hopefully we'll have that done in the 2 minutes. But so I'll start the timer now so commercials get out of the way and you'll be ready to go. Hopefully we can get this settled. And we're still working on the little details. Trying to use Discord. I mean, we could probably switch and use Zoom if this doesn't work, but Discord worked last time for us, so I'm hoping we can get it to work. I don't know why it's not bringing up. Ah, there he is. That should work this time. Hopefully that'll work. Just sent him another invite, so hopefully we're good to go. Get off of this. Oh, we still have 23 seconds, but hopefully that'll get us where. Everybody can hear me fine? I guess so. Yep, that looks like that's working fine. Now we got our lights on. We're good to go. And we got 2 seconds. So normally we do the Spanish lesson today, but today we're probably going to be doing, well, no, we are going to be definitely doing a one-on-one lesson with the MisoBrothers. I know it's kind of weird. I should call it a one-on-two lesson because there's two of them. But we're going to be doing the MisoBrothers. Hopefully, I'll have them live. But for right now, we can go with their picture, but I don't even have their sound yet. So we're going to be going over their games, and this is one of their games on the screen. And so we'll be going over these together from the beginning. So hopefully this will work out, and we'll get everything working fine. Let's see if they. Oh, are they there? So I see them now. Can I hear them? Is the question. See, I don't hear them yet. I see their mic is turned off. I think that's something they have to turn on. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll get their mic turned on and we'll be good to go. Turned off. There. Now let's see. So let's go back to that and see if there's a way that I can turn on their mic. No, I have a mute and disable video, but neither one of those are on. They should be able to turn on their video and their sound. I am not. I am not turning them off. They should be live, and they should be able to speak. And they are connected now, but we're not getting any sound out of them. So fun technology, trying to make it work. So we're going to keep waiting and hopefully, let me go back and we'll talk to them some more. See them, and they're there. And I'm showing that they are not disabled, they're not muted. They should be good to go. I gotta love technology. Love this technology anyway, trying to get it to work. Um, and we really want to be able to talk because, doing a lesson without talking, without you hearing his voice, and talking through it, it's not going to be very good that way. So we have to see if we can. Don't know why he's not getting anything working. But again, when I click on him, I show he's good to go. Um, he's not muted. He's got user volume up. Everything looks good from my end. So he should be able to work. I don't know why he's not. I think he's missing one of the controls. He's just maybe not clicking on the right thing. I hope. So we'll keep messaging him a little bit, trying to get that fixed. Because again, this is a one-on-one lesson. I usually do Spanish tonight, but we're not doing Spanish because Sudakus could not make it. All right, he thinks he might have it figured out. We'll let him keep efforting in that arena until hopefully we hear his happy voice. Meantime, we can start going over one of his games. That's always a possibility, guys. Always a possibility. Hey, Chess Whiz, how's it going? Yes, that's true. That's true. But then I'd have to set up a Zoom meeting with Cash, in which case I could probably just invite them to a Zoom meeting and have to set all that up also. Worst case scenario, if we can't get it to work, maybe we'll. I don't know what to do really. Maybe I mean I could just play with them, but so their opponent, brought out the queen too early, and they rightly continued to develop. So I'm happy with what they're doing here. Their opponent's totally ignoring development, and this is fine. Not ignoring it, but knight's not the best square because the queen took it. Queen is still out too early, so they look like they have a lot of good possibilities here. So hopefully that'll get going. How you doing anyway, Chess Wizard? Did you get me that picture yet? Really want that picture if you got it, so I can I'll check it out. Oh, you met with a line you've never seen before, King. Wow. Cool. Yeah, there's tons of lines. Tons of lines, tons of openings. Again, why I actually have you guys not learn openings. At least I recommend that you don't learn openings. It's not the way to go, in my opinion. Let's see. Yep, they're still efforting, and so hopefully we can get them online, working right. I'm going to double check my Nightbot. I might as well make sure that's working right before we get started. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I am. Well, let's see. Started the call, Discord. I'm going to have to answer that call, of course. Hey there, can you hear me now? Let's see. I'm answering his call, so we're going to see if that works. And I'm just going to make sure that my timer is right. No, it's not. It should be on one-on-one lesson. My goodness. No, my timers. I just got to make sure my timers are working right. Join the voice call. Can you hear me now? Can you, I don't know what happened. He invited me to a voice call. I went to it, and then nothing. See, oh, he started a new call. So let's try a new call. I'll keep trying. I mean, I don't mind. I'll figure it out, right? Join the call. All right, he's starting the call. Hello? Are you there? Hmm. Yeah, his last call says it lasted a few seconds. You got to love that. Okay, no worries. Yeah, that's fine. Whenever. Whenever. No problem. Let's see. I got my mic working, so they should be able to hear me. It's not green, but I would like it to be. Let's see. I'll turn on my camera even, see if they can see me. I don't know if they can. And answer their call, but nothing yet. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing over there. Yeah, that's why we tried to set up early, guys. We did try to set up early, but didn't get as early as obviously we needed to. I'm gonna give them a Zoom link. I'm going to give them a Zoom link, and I'm going to cancel out of this. I'm going to disconnect from there, and let me just. Zoom is a hog, though, so I don't know how well it's going to behave. Zoom can be a real hog. That's my only worries about Zoom. Now let's join with computer audio. We're not going to worry about a picture though today. Yep, we're not going to worry about a picture today. So we're going to send an invite to them and see if they'll join us on Zoom. And then that way, at least we have sound. All right, let's see if they join me on the Zoom call. And then we can still get this party started. Like I said, we won't have a picture though. We'll just use the picture we have up for them right now. Hello, hello. All right.
Hello.
Hey, all
Can you hear?
right. How you doing?
Yeah, lovely. Not bad, not bad.
Hey, finally. Sorry, these technical issues, damn.
Yes, technical issues. We should have I guess got started at like 5:30 trying to make that work.
Yeah, technology can be tricky.
Classical streamer's life.
Yep. I'm going to shut down my Discord so I use up less bandwidth for that since we're using Zoom. Zoom is a memory hog usually.
Yeah, I don't know why my camera is not showing up though.
At least you have audio.
I don't need your picture. I'm going to use your still picture because Zoom is a memory hog anyway.
We'll do the same.
Let's leave the video off.
Yeah, works with us.
We'll do the same. A lovely picture from you. Where is it? Here it is.
Hey, Brandon. How are you, man? How are you? I liked watching you play today on Lee Chess. I just happened to pop in, and there you were playing games, and I loved watching you. I just felt like I felt like, oh, it's one of my guys. Look at him go. I enjoyed it. And you played well. You had some really interesting games. I think you had some easier wins. End games. We still need to work on your end games. So
okay,
are we
I think
ready?
the layout is working fine now.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, this is the MisoBrothers. Sorry to get started late, guys, but let's get started. So we were supposed to have Spanish today, couldn't do Spanish, so we're going to do a one-on-one lesson, actually a one-on-two lesson with the MisoBrothers. Two streamers, they stream together. They're actually real-life brothers. Is that correct, guys?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and where are you guys from?
So we are from Portugal, Europe.
Nice. And how many languages do you guys speak?
Oh, just English and Portuguese, because we both studied in the United Kingdom.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still studying there. Not at the moment, though.
Okay.
But I do the university there, yeah.
And one of you is older than the other. I learned that.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, Francisco. Nice to meet you all.
All right.
And my brother is Tiago.
And so I learned. Say it again, Tiago?
Tiago, yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Well, Tiago told me that he is actually that you would be Miso 1, Francisco, because
okay, I don't mind that.
Because I think he said you're the older, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
All right. So I've watched them play. They were we rated them one time thanks to Flavio Azori. Hey, Mystic Soda, how you doing? And you're Portuguese as well. Look at this. We're getting I love the international flavor that we've been doing. It's awesome. And so Flavio introduced me to you guys. He said, "Oh, you should go ahead and raid those guys one time." And so after I raid, I always go watch to see what kind of streamers they are. And these guys are funny. I don't even know if they know they're funny, but they make me laugh all the time. And they play good chess, and they're fun to watch. And I like them as streamers. So of course, you know me. I asked them if they'd like to do a co-stream and where we could do a lesson, and they thank you so much for agreeing, guys. So we get to do a lesson with you guys today and play some Spanish.
Thank you.
Oh. Yeah, no, thank you.
Absolutely no problem. So how long have you guys been playing chess?
So it's a tricky question because we learned how to play when we were like 7 years old, 6, but then we stopped for a while and came back in online chess like 5 years ago.
Okay. I've been playing for a long time, guys. Way too long to even talk about.
So fair enough.
So we'll start the lesson, and feel free to please ask questions throughout. Tell me what you're doing. You can even tell us whose fault it is when you guys make mistakes.
Okay.
It's all him.
It's always me, usually.
The younger brother is now the master.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
Exactly.
that's pretty funny because I actually teach my brother, my older brother. I teach him chess now. He takes my class, and it used, when I was 8 years old, I learned how to play, and he used to beat me when I was 8 years old because he was 12 or 13, 11 at the time, and so he used to beat me. But
Yeah.
I kept playing, and
Now,
he.
Now it's payback time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
big time payback. Big time. I want to have an adoption match with him, but he won't let me do it. He keeps going, no, no, I'm not doing an adopt. No, 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 no. I go, come on, we should do an adoption match. So maybe one of these times I can have him do it, and we can do it on stream.
That'll be
He's
fun.
he's a good personality. He'd be great on stream. We've actually did some YouTube ones together. But anyway, let's get to your lesson. I usually only do this for about an hour and a half, and we lost a lot of time on technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
yeah,
But that gave people time to get here, right?
yeah. We'll catch up.
All right, so here's a MisoBrothers game. I believe, yep, this is a 5-0. And so, just as a general thing, I just like to tell streamers when I'm streaming, I always have to have an increment because if I do 5-0, I'm going to lose on time almost every time. Just because I'm busy talking, you're streaming, you're trying to, So I always like that increment so that if you get down to like 30 seconds, you go, oops, okay, guys, I got to focus on this game now. I can't talk as much, and you won't lose on time. That's the
Yeah,
thought.
that's a nice advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a nice point.
so are you guys here no, you're not in the study yet. So I was going to show
Oh,
you
not
guys how
yet.
to do this.
Yeah,
So in Lee Chess, and I love Lee Chess,
yeah.
chess.com is great too. I do not want to have a debate with our viewers which one is better. They both have good things. And I just a Lee Chess user mostly, but I find that Lee Chess is really good for teaching. So I see that you joined me in the study, and you can go.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna show it to my viewers. Hey, Leonard, thanks for the bits, man. Thank you so much. If you go to learn and then study, then you could go studies I contribute to, and you will see the one that I created that I made you a contributor to. You probably only had one in there, right? That's my
Let me
guess.
check.
Yeah, if you go
I
to learn
contribute.
Yeah, yeah,
studies,
yeah.
Here we
I'll
go.
tell you.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
and that's the study. So, and the nice thing about studies is that I made you a contributor. So go ahead and draw lines on this first board. You can draw a line from like a pawn, right? You could draw lines. I can draw lines, right? We could both be,
Oh,
and we could be doing
I wanted
circles.
Loads
to
of
do
lines.
I wanted to do a heart.
And by the way, you could draw different circles. So circles is right clicking if you're using a mouse. And then you
Oh,
could
and
do, yeah,
arrows.
you
Huh?
could change
Oh,
colors by
amazing.
using the Alt key and the Shift key and the Control key.
Oh, I can be here all day just trying arrows.
Hey, what? Oh, Brandon came in 12th. One of my viewers came in 12th in his. Now, that was a live tournament or was that online? A weekly tournament. He came in 12th out of 180, maybe 190
Well
players.
done.
That's quite an achievement.
Yes,
Good,
great
man, good.
job. This is sign language for applause, by the way. Over the board, excellent. Even live, Brandon, you're rocking it, man. You're rocking it. Brandon, you're gonna be like, I just like helping all of you get better. So, yeah, I'd love it if you all got to be 1800 and 1900, real over the board. Great job, Brandon. All righty. Hey, Leonard, thanks for the thanks for the cheers, man. That's a good day today. Leonard's making me feel so good. All right, back to the. I get distracted, guys. You got to keep me in line.
No worry, no worry.
All right, so we are on the same board. So when I push a pawn, you see it push.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
you can also move the arrow. So if you say, no, I had a question about this, and you can make other variations. So like say they did this, and let's say I said, but you could have done this. And I could
Yes.
just make the move on the board. It covers it, and you see the moves. My
Oh,
viewers
yeah,
don't.
we see.
But you
Oh,
can
and
make the alternate
I
moves.
can go like, oh, what if they go there and I go like here, something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
Okay.
we can so you can help me. And instead of saying, well, what if you move that pawn to, you could just move it.
Okay, lovely. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Practical.
I get to see it, and that's why I teach using Lee Chess. All
Yeah,
right,
it's good,
so
yeah.
let's go through this game because this game is this was your latest game on Lee Chess anyway,
Okay.
as the MisoBrothers. So I like, the queen is out too early, right? We know that.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't know something, let me know. I teach people not even to study openings. I don't know if we've ever had this discussion. I know I've chatted you some ideas. By the way, guys, when if I see you streaming or playing chess, thanks, Leonard. Man, another bit. I do not, of course, give you moves to play, right? You know that, MisoBrothers, because I was teasing you guys about helping each other. So there's
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah. I don't give moves, but I will give you concepts and principles. So I like to teach beginners to get the concepts and principles down and don't worry about memorizing openings. I don't know how many people, even on my stream, will say, "Hey, how about this opening?" Or "I play this opening," or "I play that opening because," and then I look, and you know what? They're not really. They didn't study the opening. They don't have it memorized. They know maybe the first two or three moves. So they're playing an opening. They go, "Yeah, I know the name of the opening I'm playing, but I've not really understood the theory." And I don't think you need to. I
Hmm.
think you need to just play principled chess. But anyway, so this move would be not good for my beginning students because it's a non-center pawn,
Mm.
Okay.
right? And your plan is to push.
Yeah.
But so for me, it's the opening stage of the game, and you know there's three phases: opening, middle, and end game. I know you guys know
Yeah.
that. And in the opening, for me, the major job of the players is a race to develop faster than their opponent.
Hmm.
Right.
And this is by far the best square for your knight, right?
Yeah. Makes
Okay, you
sense.
guys know that, right? We don't have to give
Hmm.
the. Okay, so if this is the best square for your knight, I have to really think really hard before I'll make this pawn push because I'm taking away the best square for the knight. Now, with this queen out early, I might even be more inclined to get my knight out because now I'm threatening to come here, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course.
And
No
then I
time
want
to
to get this
waste.
pawn out as soon as possible. And if I only go one, that's fine because I can also get the bishop here. I
Mm.
mean, I'm just looking at nasty stuff I'm going to be able to do if I have my pieces out faster. And I want to get him out fast because he's made the gigantic mistake of one, developing his queen too early, two, taking away the best square from the knight. So, with those two things in mind, I think I'd prefer you not take this slower approach to winning the center when this is a
Yeah.
nice target. And we even call
Yep.
something called chase the queen. You could chase the king, that's even better. But chase the king
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks guys for all the bits and the cheers. You guys are great. Thanks, Chess Wizard. You guys are distracting me from this lesson. You're having so much fun. Battle of the bits. They're having a bit battle now. They're oh man. Oh, you guys are great. All right. So overall, it's not a bad move. It just doesn't develop either one of these pieces. The other thing is we want to castle early, right?
Yeah.
Now you can castle queenside, so it doesn't have to be early, but castling is part of development, so it's included in the race. So he develops his knight not to the best square because
Yeah.
he's blocking his best
They
Queen is
cast
square,
the
there.
queen.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you immediately say, "Give me the center." I don't mind it, and he moves with check. And you, of course, have two major choices. You could also just slide the king. We don't want to keep it here. And we probably
Yeah.
don't want to slide the king. Although, again, with his queen out early, you slid the king and started shoving this pawn, people would probably think you're grandmasters, right? That's the way they see you to play now. So I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, um, but yeah, so he throws a check in, which you're like, okay, that's fine. I developed another piece, I being you guys. So see, now there's
Yeah.
going to be like
Yeah.
Miso Brothers plus one. We're going to be the Marx Brothers. So that's way before your guys' time, right? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, you developed a knight to block the check. So I'm happy because you developed a knight. So you still need the castle to really take advantage. And he says no. So I like to always look at what my opponents do. They move the bishop, they move the bishop, they move the bishop. All I did was move one knight, and now I get to move a pawn, shoring up the middle. So you're looking good, right? So now you're looking really
Mhm.
good. And the only worry I have is that you're going to let this queen not be punished for being out early because now you just traded away one of your minor pieces that would have harassed him. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
otherwise, you're looking
exactly.
good, right? This is good. You're looking
Cool.
really
Cool.
good, right? Nothing wrong. All right. He castles. and you developed your bishop. No problem again, right? It's sitting here. It's not. You needed to develop the bishop. Love it. No worries about that. And
Nice.
his queen might have wanted to come here to attack your bishop and attack the pawn, but then he would drop the knight eventually, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and attacking
Yeah.
the rook. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
if he does something like that, well, you don't want to do that one, but maybe you do this one. Then he gets this check. See, this is where I start getting like, okay, so you're gonna bring up the queen, maybe, maybe.
Hmm.
I mean, you could trade, right? Actually, your
Yeah.
trade
I would
would,
take the knight and then the
Yeah.
rook.
yeah, but then check here, right?
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
block
And
with
then
queen.
no, it takes a
No,
rook.
can't block with the queen.
Oh
You need the
no!
rook.
It needs to be with the knight. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You need to block with a knight maybe, but then he takes the pawn, which is not good as
Takes
well.
No,
the,
if he
no,
takes the
he's not
pawn,
gonna take the pawn. He's
I
got to
go
take
away
the
for the
bishop.
bishop. Yeah,
Got to
Yeah,
take the
yeah.
bishop.
and now I
So-
can like push or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So now
Or-
you're up the exchange. So this is good, right? You're up the exchange.
Mhm.
You castle hopefully pretty soon, probably next move. Give up the pawn. Castle next move, and you're fine.
Yeah.
But he does have
Doesn't
a
look
lot
too
of
bad.
pawns for the exchange. Because once he
Mm.
wins this one, he'll be up 2 pawns for the exchange. It's pretty much equal. So it's playable. It's definitely playable. All right. But I like it. Chase the queen. And so this move kind of you threw me. So I'm gonna have to. I know it might be hard to remember, but it was your most recent game, but it might have been weeks ago. Any idea why you moved here?
I think it was me. I played this game,
Okay.
and maybe I was preparing to align my bishop with the queen. Maybe I don't know. No,
You mean
but I don't remember.
the queen or this pawn? You don't mean this way, do you? Vertically?
No, no, no. I mean, maybe I was planning to put my queen on C. Yeah, yeah,
C2. Yeah.
maybe, but I
Okay.
don't remember. To be fair.
Okay. So my thought is now let's talk about the position.
Oops.
Right now, your bishop is pinning this pawn.
Mm,
But you can't push that pawn and get rid of your bishop.
yeah.
So right now, the bishop's in a good spot. He's not attacking anything because that right. He didn't attack here or here. So there's no need to move my bishop yet. And I need
Yeah.
to. I think what we're going to work on today with you guys, and I'm guessing because you know me, I like to ask you what you think you need to work on. I try to find something, just one thing or two things to work on. Because if I give you too many things, you're not going to remember them, and we're never going to really get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
it's
right.
good to focus on.
Right. King, no, I don't like knight to d2 either. And the reason is, and what I want to talk to them about is I want you to assess the position. When you get close to fully developed, even before you're fully developed, but you could do it, you could do it after you fully developed, but at some point in the game, and I like to do it when I'm nearly fully developed, you need to assess the position. So
Mm.
look at the whole position on the board. Let's do that. Who's winning first of all?
I think white's better here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pieces
white's
are
better.
developed.
Who's up in material? Let's start with material.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is it equal in material?
So
We have.
3 small pieces. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's
the rooks.
equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's equal.
Totally equal. Good. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing we check is material. Now, who owns the center?
We do.
White.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
totally
white.
own the center, right? So, and
Yeah.
I actually can count squares. So that's not a center square. Sorry. These 4 center squares. So this
Yeah.
one he has 2 attacking. You have 2 attacking. So that's a wash. Nobody owns that.
Mhm.
This one you have 2 attacking. He only has 1 attacking. So
Mhm.
you own this square, and this one's a wash.
Yeah.
The D4 square, you have 3. So you own
Yeah.
that one, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so you own those 2. This one's a wash, and no one owns this one really, because no one's attacking it, right? You're occupying it, but no one's attacking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, but I think obviously you have the only center pawns in the center. He's blocking in his pawn. We call this murphing it because of a student I have that did this all
Yeah.
the time with a bishop. So,
Perfect.
he's murphed this bishop. This pawn, the center pawn can't move because the queen's in the way. And okay, so center wise, I'd say that you're ahead, not by a ton, because You just as soon as you get a protector on this one though, you're up 3
Yeah.
squares to out of 4. All right. So the center's yours. How about who's winning the race in development, which to me is a critical part in the opening to determine who's winning the game.
So we have 3 pieces developed. He has a knight and a queen. So
And we
and
count
the
castle.
bishop is blocked as well.
We do count
But it's
castle.
castle. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
cast
so
two,
he
sorry.
has 3, you have 3, but all you have to do is castle, and you'll have 4, and your queen is actually ready to get off the back rank right away. You don't have any pawns blocking your queen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes
All right.
sense.
So you're equal in development at the moment, but he's going to have to take 2 moves to get this bishop out, move a pawn, and then move the bishop. You still have to get the knight out. This knight is not well developed. It's not hitting any good squares. While your bishop looks nice, this bishop looks nice, your knight looks nice. So your pieces are well developed, his are poorly developed, and his queen is blocking the pawn and all that. King safety. Who's winning in that one?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Black is
castled
winning.
and you're not, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So based on all those things, then I can say, okay, now how do I want to proceed so that I maintain any advantages I have, and keep him from getting any advantages, like not helping him develop his pieces. And how can I better either develop my pieces and or attack, right? So again, if I'm a grandmaster, I might throw this pawn at him. I might,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Leave the rook here,
Yeah.
stay in the middle, throw that pawn. If I'm not a grandmaster, I might say I'm going to castle. I'm definitely not going to castle this side, no king safety. And I might move the queen up so that if he tries to chase my bishop, I may or may not sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah,
we
that's a
put,
good
let's say
idea.
we did this, you might say, well, let's push the queen first. Curious where he's going to go. And then based on where he goes, if he goes here, then I might, I don't even have to,
You
still
can
don't have to
take
move
the
my
knight.
bishop. I still don't have to move the bishop, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
could
take
just
the
take the
knight.
free knight. Yeah, free knight's good. I was thinking that you could come here.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
still attack here. And, you know, he's going to go somewhere. And wherever he goes, you could still win that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
getting really
you could have.
claustrophobic
But you're
for the
right.
queen.
You know, I mean, because then and then you might say, "Dag, I lost my chance." But yeah, you're right. You could just so the knight's at risk, right? The whole time the knight's at risk. Even now, if you just push. So tactically, you also are always looking for tactics. Can I just push and win the knight?
Well, you can transpose to that line where
Yep, I think
the
you did. Yeah, I
queen
think we will.
takes.
All right, so let's see what happens. You back up. But again, that's why I would assess the position. And based on my assessment, I would probably try to finish development. And then I like this diagonal for my queen because the bishop can come here, right? I mean, it just feels
Right.
good. This just feels good.
Mm.
Almost no matter what he does, if he does this again, I can drop here if I want and say, okay, I'll play chase
Yeah.
the queen some more. And if he does decide to go after my bishop, now I can go here because my queen is holding, everything is holding.
Yeah.
You know, life is good, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. No, it's
Okay.
beautiful.
okay, cool. So I think if we get you, and we'll see if I'm right on a couple more games. I think if we get you to stop, assess your position, you'd be there. Maton 47, Chris says. Hey, Vooperlen, how are you? Someone new. We haven't met Vooperland before. Vooperian. Sorry, not Vooperland. Let's see if I can get that right. All right. Anyway, moving along. So what does he do? He doesn't develop either one of his undeveloped pieces. He moves a knight again. So he moved it twice in the opening, right?
Mm.
And I don't know that he improved his position any. But remember, he didn't like you threatening him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He could have moved the rook over to protect it. That's still not developing. Probably best
the
could have
knight,
been there,
yeah.
but then you could have
Yeah.
chased him. You could have chased the. It's just ugly. So yeah, he's in trouble because his position is bad. Okay, good. So let's see. I like it, right? Play chase the queen, we call it. Why not? And it frees the bishop. Why not? No problem in doing that. Love it. Protect the pawn, developing the queen. Now, part of your question has to be here or here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just, I know my students, I know my viewers do this too. It's like I got to protect the pawn, and we just move wherever we just, like
Mm,
reflex, right? But you had two
yeah.
choices. Now you had 4 minutes and 39 seconds. You're playing a 5 minute game. You used up less than 30 seconds. I think you should take the time to pick which square is better.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not sure, but I don't like aligning my queen because if this
With
bishop
this
ever
queen.
gets traded off, this pawn is actually pinned.
Yeah.
So
Oh
just
yeah.
logically, and he gave away his dark bishop.
Yeah, of course.
So if you put your queen on the dark square, all you have to do is worry about knights, and those knights can't get there. So I
Yeah.
think the dark square would be a safer square for your queen, and also you're still breaking towards the king side. Just an idea. I don't know that
Yeah,
it's
I always
better.
forget about weak squares when you
Yes.
trade off
Yeah.
And
some
think
bishop.
about
Yeah.
which bishop is left. Because if they don't have a dark bishop, then dark squares you're good on. All right,
Mhm.
let's see what happens. So he pushes. Why? I always tell my students, you got to think about why your opponent did what they did. Right? And so,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bishop is now free.
right, it
Yeah.
could be to attack your pawn, but that's protected twice. And it's
Yeah.
only attacked now twice. So it's a trade. But it's probably more so to get the bishop out.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So it's always good if you know why your opponent did their move. So this move I wonder about too. Because remember, I just said I didn't just say it, but I told you we don't want to help them improve their position.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So the queen's got to move. And granted, he's blocking the bishop if he goes here, but what is he not blocking anymore?
The
Tonight.
knight. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is, in general, the best square for the knight. So unless you have a good reason to chase the queen at this point, I would not chase him this way.
Mm.
I would leave him where he is, and you still need to castle.
Castle. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Weird.
So we don't move a piece more than once in the opening unless provoked. We don't move non-center pawns unless provoked. And we can even use what you did as a fair provocation because you were trading the center pawns. I'll live with it. Okay. But moving the bishop twice, and we've moved it once, two, three times now, and we haven't finished developing. And our king's safety is still poor. Now he just says you can't castle.
That's
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah. And now the knight can go there.
So
Yeah.
annoying that you went back again.
Yeah.
So you went 1, 2, 3, 4 times that bishop is moved.
Yeah. Oops.
Right. And by the way, there is absolutely nothing wrong with saying oops. Oops is great.
Yeah.
Oops means that, hey, I'm mature. I'm not going to leave it here just because I don't want to move it. I mean, you had other things you could have done to block the angle, but you're getting really overextended.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, but yeah, I mean, why not? Just why
Yeah,
not?
it's good to swallow our pride and say, okay, we made a mistake.
Yes, I like it. Yes, I like it. Swallow your pride. I like that. I'm gonna have to remember that. But then we did it again. Yeah, we did it again,
Yeah.
guys. Were you guys?
Dude.
Were you guys ready
okay.
for a draw? I mean, what?
I wasn't. No.
Oh,
This
okay,
is not
yeah.
a
Why?
draw
I mean, we
position.
did it again. It was like if he went back
no.
here, it's like why? Why did we go back here again? I have no clue. I liked it here. Castle.
Yeah.
Castle.
So,
Take castle. And then we take the bishop. We have two beautiful bishops.
Yeah.
And we gave it away for a knight that had no look. Tell me, what was that knight hitting? Sorry, that knight was it was doing nothing.
Useless. Yeah.
That's a lousy knight. I mean, and this one is protected twice. I mean, at best he's going to try to trade, and we.
Yeah, and the H file isn't that appealing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm kind of, and so we free the rook. We free the rook. Granted, we might end up with a pass pawn, but we freed the rook. Now he could have taken the other way. Might have been safer, but either way, and we still can't castle.
Yeah.
So we don't castle. Now, you might say, "Hey, we're playing great. Look." Well, one, he could have tried pinning your knight, but this is good too, right? Knight goes to the best square possible to try to get rid of your knight. By the way, he could have probably done this with a little bit of tempo, but he could have gotten into trouble too, but not really, right?
Oh,
you come here with check.
Wait, I think I remember this game now. I think it was me playing.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was me. Now I remember. Okay, now I understand why.
Now I feel better.
Yeah, I always struggle with
Hi, Vuperian.
with castling.
Yeah,
So-
I guys, my viewers, I'll tell you that the first time I saw them playing, and Miso One was giving Miso Two a little advice, like, "Oh, watch out for that." And I said, "Wait, you guys
Yeah.
can't play 2 against 1. That's not fair." And Miso One said, "Oh, we're not 2 people. We're one. Just looks that
basically
way."
one.
So there you go. They don't know which one even played this game. So that's so yeah, right. So we get this situation. Okay. So anyway, so the way the game went, he could have played Chase the Queen and caused you guys right, and it could have made you look kind of foolish that you're here. But his queen,
Yeah.
all his queen is doing is keeping you from castling and keep you from moving this rook. His queen is not doing what it should be as a hardy, strong piece, right?
Mhm.
Nice check. You can't block with the queen, with the bishop. You can't block with the knight because you would just take it. And then he moves
I know
here.
what's coming. Yeah.
Well, it
I
didn't
missed
come.
it.
Would have been nice if it came. You guys should have won a rook right here. A rook for a knight. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
You win a rook for a
Yes.
knight.
Knight and then knight to h6, right?
Only if he moves.
Yeah, if he moves, yeah. And then
And
we
then what?
have the smother mate, queen to g8 and knight. Yeah, Flavio was in chat like, come on, Thiago, come on. Yeah, I was so upset when I saw what I missed then.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. You missed it. Now, of course, it isn't. It's not a forced smother mate, right, guys? I mean, he goes
you
here.
can take that.
You
Yeah,
could take there, but now
Yeah.
you're threatening mate again, and he's got to move the bishop. Chess did not
Yeah.
get mated, right?
yeah.
But
Mhm.
you still can't castle. That's driving me crazy with not being able to castle. Seriously, driving me crazy without being able to castle. Okay, queen here. He did move over. Oh, you got this far?
Yeah, and then yeah.
Oh, then you went that way. Oh, yeah. So
How much
yeah,
time did I spend? So like 20 seconds. Yeah, no, that's
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
good.
You still have 3:53 left in the game, and now you do have smothered mate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So how would you have found the smothered mate? The thing for me is he's allowed you to have what I think of as the most powerful tactic in chess: discovered check.
Oh yeah, very
Mhm.
scary when they use it against you.
Right? So
Yeah.
that knight can go anywhere. So I'd be looking at every square. I'm sorry. I'd be looking at every square that knight could go to because he can go anywhere with impunity. He has to get out of check. Wherever I go, he cannot touch my knight. My knight has a free move. So I'd even think you might even try this, right? Because he still has to move. Because then you'd at least, right, maybe mess up his pawns. I don't know. The way you did it, I think you had a chance to take off his bishop and help him connect his rooks.
Yeah. I saw that I shouldn't take the bishop because
Yep.
it was a piece that it didn't have developed. And
Yeah, you just help him, right? You take your
Yeah.
piece that was developed and moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to take off a piece that never got off the back rank.
Yeah.
That would be bad. But yeah, hopefully if you stopped long enough to say, wait, I got a free move. What happens if I go here again? Smother mate. You probably would have remembered. You thought about this square as an opportunity, maybe. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was when I looked at it, I said, "Oh, that's a puzzle-worthy spot for you guys."
Yeah.
Because you should know, you should right, you should go, "Oh, I got a free rook." He takes it's a free rook. Not a free rook. You win the exchange. But
Mhm.
you have the game is over right now. This is forced smothered
Yeah.
mate. So, all right. And so you didn't take. So now we have the pawn. The knight is in pre, and you're attacking the rook. Okay.
Yeah, I think my opponent played well now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, remember, you can always throw this check back in whenever you realize it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
By
true.
the
Yeah,
way,
I have that.
you said you thought he played well, right?
Oh, that was a free bishop. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And the knight is attacked. Oh damn.
That's just a
Yeah.
free piece.
It's quite shameful.
Yeah, so I don't think it's that good.
Very weakening.
Ah,
Yeah, this
Flavio
my
showed 5
opponent missed
seconds
it
too
as
late.
well.
Flavio said you did see it, but 5 seconds too late. So yeah, that's free
Yeah,
piece.
yeah.
So again, this is another thing I've noticed that you guys seem to be
Free
pretty
cash.
good at your tactics, but you seem to miss the opponent's tactics.
Yeah,
So you see
that's true.
things well, but you seem to miss theirs. And
Mhm.
I don't know what he was thinking because he just, I mean, that's a free piece.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then now you're attacking the queen,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
the
at this
knight's
point, I think
attack
I was just frustrated and tilted because I
because you
missed
saw that you missed the
Smothered Maid.
smothered.
Yeah, I
But
think so.
if you saw that you missed the smothered, why didn't you try it again?
I think I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I just remember me and Flavio like getting really frustrated at that
yeah,
point.
because as soon as you realized you missed the smothered maid, you could have just thrown it back in there. You were good enough to say, you know, I put the bishop here. I should have not have, and you right. You try the knight, and worst, you get the rook for it.
Yeah,
You
maybe
always get the
by
rook for it.
then, yeah. I don't know why I didn't repeat. Maybe I just saw the Smothered Maid like
So
after
yeah, I
either
don't
that
think your
move
opponent
or
played
another
that
one.
great personally, since he didn't take the free piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oops.
you're like happily just chasing this rook with
And it's still a
the
privilege.
both of these pieces still in pre. It's amazing. And then he's giving you free candy. Why did you say he played well?
Because he had the checkmate on.
Yeah, you did lose this game because I only looked at lost games.
Yeah.
I prefer to look at
It's
lost
probably.
games, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he played that well. By the
Yeah,
way,
no, I thought you did.
this might be better for you. But then I guess
Oh
he gets
right.
here, right? He does get
Yeah.
here. That's
Yeah,
gonna
at
be
that point it was lost, but
that's gonna be bad. But yeah, okay. So one is you missed a smothered mate opportunity, right?
yeah,
Okay.
no, it's and then I hanged the piece. Yeah,
Yep.
not good.
And you lost this one on time. All right. Yes, I agree. King says
Oof.
black played terrible instead of well. He doesn't think black
Yeah.
played well. All right. So
So
that was one.
I was so tilted. I didn't even realize my opponent was not finding the best moves as well.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we go here, and while I tell my students not to memorize openings yet, they can, of course, but I try to get them to play by principles instead. You do have to
Mhm.
learn certain tricks and traps that happen in openings. Yep,
Mhm.
King. So, like right here, did you realize that you're allowing the fried liver?
Yeah.
This was in playing because I always reply the same way. I can.
You do something
Yeah.
else?
Usually I have a plan. I can draw the arrows. So I played the knight. Yeah.
And then if knight.
Then if he goes here.
Yeah, go ahead and move it. You
Yeah.
can do it.
Okay. So what do I do usually? Yeah, I think I block the bishop with the pawn.
Yeah, good,
then
good.
Then I play a5.
Then
Knight to a5.
if he takes, I take with the knight.
Oh, okay. I do differently.
And if then, yeah. And then I take with the king. Oof. Yeah, at this point, yeah, this is not good, actually.
No, it can be very bad.
Yeah. No, this is not good.
This can be very bad.
What I do is pawn there and then knight here.
That is theory, right? That's what theory says you should do. But again, if you're learning an opening, you got to know what you do next. So what do you do now?
I've encountered that like 2 games recently, and I just do that. I take then here. I had the game where they then move the queen somewhere. I think there.
He should no. Oh, really?
But first they moved the bishop somewhere.
Oh, I mean, I'm just looking because that would be bad, right?
It was on chess.com. Yeah. In this case,
it looks
I don't know
like
if
it
you move
works
the
though.
bishop.
I mean, you can't take because of this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he played. Yeah, he played immediately, so I didn't take because of the rook. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I haven't seen this move before. I've seen the bishop going away. I've just seen the bishop going away. I hadn't seen this option. I'm curious. And then what happens here?
Yeah, just we
Does the knight
win
take?
material.
I mean,
And
you
then
could do
we can
that
take the
still,
bishop.
because you still can't do that because this is check,
Right, and
and you
then
still
the
lose the
rook is
rook.
hanging.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is interesting. Okay, but that's theory, right? So
Hmm.
I guess my point is, if you're going to play the second knight before you play the bishop or a pawn or something,
Hmm.
you should know what you're going to answer this with,
Yeah, of
because it
course.
is something you're going to run into probably more than not. That's all.
Hmm.
Okay, so my question was, did you have a plan versus this attack? But he didn't do it anyway, so you're good. By the way, before we get too far, if he had done, let's say, it's his move, yeah. So let me back. Okay, so let's say before he castles, let's say he attacks here. What do you do?
Alt castle
Very
as
good,
well.
very good. And
Yeah.
are you worried about this or not?
No, not really. I'll trade the rook for the bishop and the knight. Yeah.
Outstanding, outstanding. That's what I try to tell my students. Don't be afraid of
Well
this
done.
trade at all. This is good for you. You get two minor pieces, which in the opening, two minor pieces are better than the rook by far, rook and a pawn, because you don't use the rooks until near the end game. So this is
Exactly.
much better. You're definitely ahead. Hey Chris, thanks. More bits, man. You guys are still having this bit battle? You got to be kidding me. Yes, this is an even position on Mystic Soda, especially by material count. But by play, especially for beginners, I want my beginners to have these minor pieces. And if you start getting out here and you start playing with these minor pieces, you're going to have the advantage over the fact that all he has is a rook that isn't going to even show up until the end game. So, alrighty, guys, very good.
Hmm.
Let's get back to your game.
Awesome.
You there still?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Really
good,
good.
good. I was scared I lost you for a second. So what did you guys think about this move?
So it's probably preparing b4, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what's
We
wrong
can
with it?
just go back.
But it's a bit slow, maybe.
It's slow, and this guy
Yeah,
isn't
because
getting developed.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
The bishop
good,
is stuck.
good. And you said that's fine. I'll develop,
Hmm.
which I love. Now he did it on
Okay.
both sides.
Hmm.
So this one looks like to be maybe able to do this. This one looked like he was scared of your bishop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which to me is always like good. I like it when my opponents are scared.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Because that means they. All right, repositioning the knight. I take it. Where are you going with it?
Uh, G
You can mark it.
G6.
Oh, okay. You can
Yeah,
mark
yeah, of
him. Yeah,
course.
yeah. You can even mark. Remember? So yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and then from where from there?
Maybe just staying there, looking at this square right here.
If it was me playing, what I usually do here, so I play the knight here, and what I try to do later on the game is try to put my bishop here. The problem is the bishop is here, but try to do that with the queen, so then I can sacrifice my bishop here and do an attack on the king side.
Okay. Okay. So my only disparaging thought about your plan
Mhm.
is we still haven't developed a bishop yet.
Yeah.
I'd rather you develop your pieces before you start one,
Hmm.
two, three, maybe four move
Yeah.
combination
Makes
with one
sense.
piece.
Hmm.
I'd want to get this bishop developed and I want to get my queen developed and then start looking at this plan. It's okay. You have a
Yeah.
plan
Yeah.
early, right?
Hmm.
So you did that because you also didn't want the bishop,
Yeah.
which
I
is
was also scared.
which is fine. One of my viewers said it's logical. It is. It's logical and it's playable. There's nothing wrong. But now you notice he has two pieces and you
Yes.
only have two pieces. So he's going to be able to force a trade because your
Yeah.
knight left.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
again, if we had developed the bishop first, maybe
That's a
even
good point.
yeah, we'd be a little bit more ahead. But now he gets to trade off, and so then we're pushing a pawn, not developing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again,
Should
yeah.
develop the piece.
Okay, now you have one, two, and you're going to have the queen hitting it. Three.
Hmm.
He has one, two, three hitting the square.
Three.
Right? We're
Yeah.
counting the square. So
Hmm.
you're not. I mean, but you are going to say you got to do something about it.
But it's just, it
A
can
big
end up in a
trade.
big trade. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep, lots of trade, right?
exactly.
Okay,
Oh,
and
that's what
so
happens.
and so
Okay.
you just
Yeah.
have to decide if I finish all the trades, am I happy with my queen here or not? So definitely traded off pretty much everything. We still have a bishop to develop, but he has a queen and a bishop. So you moved second, and you are closer to being fully developed. Hey guys, this bitch war, Flavio. I gotta say, I like the Shamrocks with St. Patty's Day. I like they're having a bit war, and like somehow Flavio has Shamrocks for his bits. It's cool. Thanks, guys. I really
Amazing.
you guys are awesome. You guys are just awesome. They're very nice.
I
They're just
approve it.
awesome.
I approve it, Flavio.
All right. So discovered attack on your queen, right? Queen for
Exactly.
queen, but your queen
Mhm.
was undefended. So one of the things he also could have looked at was doing it this way, and then he'd have an attack on both pieces,
Yeah.
right? But you can't really complain about going towards protecting his king. And so you left and protected the bishop. And so right here, I made a note in the study.
We need
I
to
would
assess the position.
Yeah, I would have assessed it earlier, but definitely now
Mhm.
you need to assess it because let's look at it. Material, how are you guys?
We need to develop the last
No.
bishop.
Who's winning in material?
Oh,
It's
it's equal.
equal.
It's equal.
Yeah.
Totally equal, right? Six
Mhm.
pawns, 6 pawns. All right. One thing we didn't talk about last time we assessed, and we should have, is pawn structure.
Mm.
How's your
Yeah.
pawn
Well,
structure?
it's
Exactly the
equal.
same,
It's like
right?
2 islands. Yeah.
It's very symmetric.
Two islands,
Symmetric.
both 3 and 3. You're totally dead even. Um,
Yeah.
Development, you're ahead in development. You only have one piece left. He has two.
Mhm.
But you also have two open files, both of you, same files.
Mhm. Yeah.
Very, very mundane, very equal position, right?
Yeah.
You do have two bishops. He has a knight and a bishop.
We have the bishop pair.
Yep, you have the bishop pair, which, at our level, do we really know what to do with that? I don't know.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, I
But it
don't.
sounds cool.
Yeah,
We
it
sound
sounds
like
cool.
yeah.
I got the bishop pair. And I love watching beginners stream that say things like that, like, "Hey, all right, we got the bishop pair," and I'm like, "Okay, do you know what to do with it?" Because I mean, half the time at our level, and I'm saying from yours all the way up to mine and back again, the knights are more dangerous than the bishop pair
Mhm.
They're
because
tricky. Yeah.
knights will fork you. Yeah, they're so tricky. They'll get forks. They'll get double attacks. Knights are nasty. Knights can
Yeah.
be nasty. So yep. Thanks for the bits, guys. I, you're making me blush. All right. So you should assess the position and decide: do I want to trade? Right now,
Mhm.
that's your developed queen for his non-developed queen. But without the queens on the board, and you have two bishops,
All right.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm thinking you're ahead, and he still has to develop. So now you're already threatening a pawn. You're threatening to win a pawn outright.
Mhm.
So maybe he moves the bishop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
probably want to keep
but
the bishop. Probably.
And you got to be careful because now, if you take the bishop, he takes back, you take the pawn, then he gets to attack your bishop, winning the pawn behind it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
a really free pawn, right? So,
Mhm.
and you, like you said, you had both bishops, so maybe you keep the bishop. Now you're threatening to hit it because bishop is protecting it.
Mhm.
But so the game could go on like this. And you're ready to fight for the open files. And if you were confident, thanks, Leonard, more bits. If you were confident about your end game, which by the way is what we're teaching in our lessons this week and the next, you probably
Interesting.
would have said, yeah, I'm going to the end game because I'm going to be better than most people in the end game. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'd want you at this point to have assessed the position and decide, should I trade? And if I don't trade, how am I going to play? What do I do? Because the game is so equal. It's really equal.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
against knights, you want to do things like limit their movement. Not sorry. Right? This is his movement. So you might even eventually do something like this to keep the knight out. And guess what? There's no white bishop for the enemy.
So no need to
Yeah.
worry about that. Yeah.
Nope. So
It's
you
gone.
can go
Yeah.
here, which also, since he has a dark squared bishop, you want to put your pawns on dark squares
Yeah. Makes sense.
to limit this bishop's movement. Maybe if you get down
Mhm.
to chess bishops, then you might switch that. You might, but most times you still need it to be so you limit his movement. Bishops can be limited by pawns. Pretty straightforward. Anyway, so again, I think our lesson for you guys will be get you to assess your position and make decisions based on those assessments. This was a lot of queen moves by both of you.
Yeah.
And it almost tells me they don't know what to do. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll just keep moving. I'll move my queen again. And so we move the queen. Thanks, Leonard. So we keep moving the pawn. We move the same queen, the same queen, the same queen. Okay, so now you have two pieces raking pretty good. Your queen is under attack, but obviously you're not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So you move it to a white square. But now the knight can't come to life. And he does. Knight comes to life and says, I can get rid of one of these bishops. You no longer will have the bishop pair, and we're both going to have a dark square bishop. And he does. Now you both have dark square bishops. So this is actually good for him because it's restricting your bishop, although it seems to restrict his too, because you're both the same color now. And so now we're getting into the end game. This is a mistake, right? This is like, what are you doing? How's that
wasting a move.
How's that protecting it? All right. So you go after the rook, which maybe better would have been to drop it back, or maybe you're just planning on dropping it here. I like it that your king is on a white square, so you don't have to worry about the queen might attack you, but otherwise, I think your bishop belongs right here.
Yeah, and I was the one playing this game. I remember now.
Okay. This is great, right?
Yeah. I thought the bishop was going to be dropped.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. He's pinned. How's he going to get out of it? That's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And he goes with this to attack your bishop. Okay. I don't know if he could get out of it here. Right? Because you get to do that.
Go attack with the queen.
Could go here, but you could just take it. Right?
Yeah. And when it takes back, I take the bishop. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and taking here could get him a draw. He might be able to draw by chasing you around, but maybe not even.
Well, the bishop can block.
Yeah, and your bishop can come back and block. Yeah, no, I don't think he. I don't think he had anything. So he attacks the bishop. Again, maybe if he was thinking better, he could have attacked the bishop with his queen.
Yeah, that would be good.
Right, so he gets out of the pin. But he didn't even do that.
I can, but then I can, if he moves the queen.
Yeah. Oh no, he's still in trouble, right? You just take.
I can take, and then I have the.
And then you have the fork. Yeah, exactly. He's nice. Done. Nice. He's cooked either way. So yeah. So I'm like, okay, so you got this game, right? Because this bishop is still pinned. Doubles up.
I have 9 seconds.
You only had. Well, maybe that had something to do with it. And I don't remember if you had an increment in this one. Did you?
No, usually I don't play with.
Yeah, you need to. When you're streaming, I'd start recommending playing with the increments.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good advice.
Because you were winning this game, and you lost on time. Okay. Yeah. No, nice game. Nice game.
So,
all right. So we're gonna do one more game, and we're just gonna go. Oh, this was you lost this game. So this was one where I was looking at that you're way up right now. Your whole rook up, and you're missing the fact that this is threatening mate.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's scary.
And actually, was it threatening mate yet? No, there. Yeah, because of check and mate. Yep.
Yeah, of course.
So so this was where I said, I think he's missing some of his opponent's tactics. And so I saw the same thing here, where you kept reposition and you reposition the knight here, where it's attacked twice. Sorry, and only protected once.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why'd you do that? Why'd you go there? It's you're gonna lose it, and you're blocking the bishop. But the bishop, of course, you don't have to worry about the check, right? Let's just do this for the moment. And let's say you come here so that you can now maybe get your knight here. Okay. And you can get your rook into the game, and he checks you. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Or
I'll be scared if he takes the knight, opens the G file.
Yes. That could open the G file, but my knight can come back.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that scary now.
Right. Right. So yeah, the pawn here though, I mean the knight here just lost more material, and then and it'll let the queen in. So
Ah,
and then you lose this one because of the pin,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So yeah, this was where I was thinking. So one is I need you to identify the tactics. Not you do very well, by the way. I did not see almost any free candy. We can count this as free candy because of the absolute pin,
Yeah.
yeah, I
right?
missed static. Yeah.
Right? And we can miss the knight being attacked twice. But really,
Mhm.
I feel it's more like you're missing tactics than you are free candy. Although
Mhm.
free candy is always a bane for all beginners, right? Me, everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So two things I want you to do is try to. I know you are doing well at identifying your tactical opportunities. I want you to do better at identifying your opponent's tactical opportunities.
Focus on the opponents. Yeah.
That's
Defense. Yeah.
one. And two, I want you at least 3 times in the game. And so you got to do one early. I want you to
Mhm.
assess the position and determine who's winning
Okay.
and why they're winning. Then you might
Okay.
make a plan to switch. If you're winning, then you want to be winning by more. And if
Mhm.
you're not winning, then you want to see if you could flip that story so you are winning. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go with. So I need a challenger for the Miso
Let's
Brothers,
go.
and they are on Lee Chess. So anybody buy again, Chess Wizard. Yeah, okay, King, you can challenge him. Chris, you could challenge him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anybody challenge Miso Brothers? One word.
Should I play or should you play?
And
10 plus 5. Yeah, that's fine.
10+5. Here
Yeah.
we go.
10 plus
So
5. Okay.
okay.
10 plus
Does
5 is
Chess
good. 5 plus
Wizard
5.
does
Make it
does
casual form.
yeah. It's
It's
rated.
rated, it's rated.
Chess Wizard. Can we make casual?
Yep, I would make it casual. Their
Yeah.
username is right there on the screen above my head.
Mhm.
Miso Brothers. One word. Miso
Would it be
Brothers.
fine if we both play, like we help each other?
Yeah,
Or
I don't
maybe.
care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Okay.
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 Sure, it'll be casual. So yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
As long as you're
Lovely.
doing casual. And if you remind each other to do an assessment and help each other do the
Mhm.
assessment, that's
Cool.
why I think it's 1-on-2 lesson today, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Of course.
King 10 plus
Chess
5 is
Wizard.
fine. 10 plus 5,
Casual.
5 plus
Okay.
5 is fine, but 5
I'm
plus
going to
5, 10
accept
plus 5.
Chess Wizard 2. I also have Krish 932
Yep.
006.
Yep. You go
I'll
ahead
start
and
with
pick one.
Chess Wizard.
And we will, and the nice thing with Lee Chess is I'm going to be able to watch you.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
So I'll
Good
watch
luck,
your game.
Chess Wizard. Good luck.
And I am going to mute myself on Zoom.
Okay.
So you guys you don't have to worry about listening to me lament if you're playing well or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't roast us too much.
No. Be free. We need a roast.
Okay, let's go.
Hey
Russian
Murph, how you
school.
doing,
We
Murph?
just go ahead and
Good
start.
seeing you, buddy. And you're following Miso Brothers? Yeah, they're fun. I think they're fun.
Oh, did I?
Oh
check?
no, somebody started the prediction too. That must be Chris running that.
It was without the
If you
mic.
make the correct prediction, all right.
So maybe.
What are you predicting?
Italian.
King,
Yeah.
who wins this game?
Let's play.
Predict with channel points. Who will win?
There.
Oh, Chris. I'm going to bet it was Chris or
Right
Flavio,
there.
right? It has to be, right? Because you're the only two mods.
I hope it doesn't.
Oh, you
take
added
that
them,
far
Murph?
like
Yeah.
that.
And they're on
Just go
Lee
there.
Chess, so you can follow them on Lee Chess.
I want to play
And you
simple.
can also follow them on
Yeah.
Twitch. You guys can go
But if
check
you
them
try-
check
tries
out
to
their
start
channel
first,
on
it
Twitch
doesn't.
and follow them.
Yeah, let's play the Italian.
Okay.
I knew you did, Chris. Man, you're awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I really like C3 here. I know he told us, but the queen was out there. It was a different
So I'm not.
position.
It's
Like it?
one of my young.
I really like it here.
He's one of the
I think
better
it can
ones,
lead
so
to very tricky
We might scare him.
Okay.
positions.
Okay.
Oh wait. Yeah.
Oh, does he, Flavio? I didn't know.
So I think what's going to happen
Yeah,
is
it
like
should be at the
there,
top of the chat.
Yeah,
here,
yeah, castle.
castling,
Yeah.
rook goes
It
here,
should be at the top of the chat.
Yeah.
and then we can push there.
Yeah, there you go.
So there.
Yeah, they do. They stream too.
Can also
And it
consider
should be on there. Yeah, I
This
think if
one?
you go to
no,
their
queen.
profile
queen
in
B,
Leechess, you should see that they
three.
stream.
No,
So far,
no,
good game.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I love it that
Let's
my
castle,
student
let's
is
castle.
developing all of
Okay.
his pieces,
There.
pretty classical.
Oh,
Um,
also shit.
They've been doing that really well, so
Well
they're going to
done,
give
guys.
them trouble.
No, this is wrong.
I know they're going to give them
No, I
trouble.
don't think so. I think
I
that's
should have. I think we should have played
Really?
h3. Yeah.
Hmm.
If he doesn't move the bishop there, I just
Yeah.
should play him. It's really annoying, that pin. Although the knight will go there.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. They're thinking it out, guys. They're thinking
Uh,
out.
Okay, so I'm just
Yeah, let's assess the position.
okay. This is
shall we?
a cool thing. A cool thing, because if we go there, we trap the bishop. But
Yeah.
it's probably going to see it.
Yeah,
And okay,
we have time anyway.
so his king is not castle.
So well,
Ours
we
is-
call material so far. Our
Yeah.
king is safer. We have two pieces.
But-
Yes, four.
But we need to develop these two pieces.
Yeah.
So
Now we
can,
can't
like,
see them
copy
drawing the
here.
lines though. That's the only drag,
Perhaps.
right? So I don't know
Yeah.
which pieces they're
I don't
talking
mind that
about.
move. Yeah, I like that actually.
This is
then
the
if we
first time
keep
I ever
this,
saw them
then we'll
streaming.
back
They
and
had
trade the
both of
pawn.
them
and
talking.
this one. And thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Hi Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're playing chess. We're on a lesson with Tiberian 64. So check him out. Play a game.
Yeah, Chris, they don't know that
Here,
you know
try
me
to apply
already.
what we learned. I mean, we could do the break,
Yeah.
but before we need like to go
Yeah.
there.
Let's
So,
do it, let's do it.
King, you like
I
bishop
just
to
hope it doesn't
g5,
do
knight on
anything.
b
I
to
don't think this is
d2,
too
huh?
bad yet.
I like developing.
I had this like many times, but with one difference.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one. So now we can push.
So,
Hmm.
Chess Wizard
Wait.
should definitely develop. Thank you.
Can
Good
we?
job,
We can also
Castle.
go here.
Next, he needs to get his queen off the back rank, and he's good to go.
spinning the queen, the free push.
He's ready to
takes-
go.
We take a free piece, of course. I like the push here, but he can't.
No, that's good, because there.
Yeah,
there
so we
and
can.
take.
So I can't tell what any of the theirs
So
are,
maybe
but
let's start with
I would like to
this.
see them develop their pieces.
You sure?
Let's do it.
Okay,
They've got
do it.
3 pieces.
Yeah,
Ah,
let's
they
develop.
moved one. All right. At least they developed a piece
Yeah.
and they challenged the bishop.
And now the knight is protected.
Usually, Chess Wizard should either trade it or back it up. Very good. So he
I
could
think
take
we
back this
take-
way, opening up a
wait.
Or we can
file.
go here as well.
Very good.
No, we can.
Oh no, because the
No.
pawn.
Yeah. No, don't. Maybe just develop the knight.
Yay! Develop a knight. That would be
Here.
so nice to finish
Is this
development.
pawn undefended?
Come on, guys. Finish development. Make me happy.
You don't like that?
No, we can go there.
And I'm going to tell them they need to. So I'm going to actually tell them they need to assess their position
Yeah, that thing is annoying.
because they haven't done it yet, and that was the
This isn't
lesson
as
for
strong
today for
because the
them.
bishop is there.
So let me go tell them that.
Yeah, we forgot about this move. And,
Okay, guys. Since you
Mhm.
haven't done it yet, you're almost fully developed. It is time
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
stop and assess the position.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Let's switch then.
Alright. Turned
okay,
off my mic.
So
again.
we both castled. We have the rook aligned with the queen.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes King, you just
Uh,
intuitively
queen's not out
like
yet,
or
but we
dislike
have the pin.
certain moves.
And he has
And there's
two
nothing
pieces
wrong with
towards our
intuition.
king,
In
but the
fact, you
knights
should
are close
you should
enough.
mhm.
use it as
So
much
I
as
want
you
to get
can.
rid of the pin.
It's a good thing.
Same.
And you
So
can
maybe you need to
train
move
your
the queen from
intuition to
there.
be better,
Where?
But where?
so that you have good, strong intuition.
Well,
So I'm glad Chess Wizard developed. I would have liked to seen it here, though.
Okay, so options.
I would
to
definitely would like to
consider.
see
We
the
go
queen here,
there,
so
doesn't
that
do
if he
much.
pushes,
We
I can
go
sack
there,
and
I
have
don't think
fun.
it does much.
But the knight is hanging
we can
around, so he's got.
remaneuver, but
defensive-wise, white
don't know
looks
if
solid,
it's the right time.
but I still don't know if he's any better on
Actually-
free square. But
If
knowing
we go
Chess
there.
Wizard, he might be planning on bringing the rook over
I really like queen here.
to eventually
like,
line up with the
set
queen.
up-
But I'm thinking the
Yeah,
queen's
okay.
going to move
But the thing-
eventually
this-
anyway.
let's go here and then knight to b. Let's just try this.
Okay, let's go.
I didn't hear if they actually finished their
Because
assessment
now,
of who's winning and who's losing
If he does that,
and
I
why.
can take and then he opens
We've
this
had
file.
absolutely no
And
trades.
this pawn becomes weak, and the queen has like something to do here.
Just need to be careful because this pawn is unprotected.
So the queen still has not
Three.
The bishop.
developed.
Oh yeah, of course.
And if he goes there, we just do that.
Mhm.
So how'd the prediction end up? Is it still going? I don't even know how that works, Chris. I'm wondering what the prediction is.
And I think we want to push.
All right, he decides
Okay.
to trade.
I like this
They like taking
because
back
now we
with the
can
rook.
remove.
I almost never do
we
this.
maneuver
Now
the
it does
knight
give him a rook lift maybe
because
later,
we won't break the pawn.
but I almost always take with the
Structure.
pawn but then I wouldn't have had my
We
rook
need
there
to be
either.
careful with this as well.
I would have taken with
because
the pawn and had an
like
open
this.
file for my rook.
right now,
No, if
But
there.
instead,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
take with
yeah.
the
Oh,
rook
no, the
a
knight
lot,
takes.
these two. So I'm going to
but
have to see if that's something they need
the
to work
rook
on.
is aligned with the queen. so
Yeah.
that part.
All
true.
right, Chris.
We can go
Cool.
here. No, there.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Right now. Hmm.
We're going to have them assess the position again in maybe 2 more moves. And I'm going to have to listen so I know if they actually determine
Because
who's winning and
bishop
why.
here, we got trapped. Knight there, we got trapped. Maybe there. There, and there.
Yeah, I think that's the best too, because then we also 2 pieces protecting this pawn, then we can push eventually if we think it's good for us to open the position.
Ah, look at this. Knight drops out of the way.
And
Interesting.
eventually we can like
They like
align the
repositioning that
rooks.
knight over here.
Yeah.
Remember that last game they
How
did
do you
this
say
too.
it? The rook.
Rook lift or
No,
double
Very
the
interesting.
rooks.
Double rooks. Yeah. Yeah, but I think this is good for us.
I don't know. I think we could have.
Yeah, I didn't
quite
say
a
it wasn't
different
fine,
plan.
King. I just said I don't
I think
ever do it
you're
that way
right
for
earlier.
whatever
Like
reason.
the
The rook lift is sometimes
Okay,
really
okay.
good.
Now
I just tend never to do that.
maybe I want to use that as an opportunity to develop the queen.
I like this as a nice square for the knight. I really do. That's
The
a
knight
great
can go
square for the
there,
knight.
which is good.
And I think you'll see that if he takes here, Chess Wizard will take this way, freeing the rook. There's something to be said for freeing up that rook.
No. If free bishop.
No.
if it is
I was
Yeah.
just.
Score? Do you mean?
Okay, I
Oh,
think
you
I have
mean
a plan.
rating,
Queen
Murph?
here first.
Yeah, he has a pretty good rating. He's
Yeah, I like that.
he's brand new in
I
Lee
like
Chess, so
that.
it's still
And
a
then
question
maybe
mark
knight
for this
there.
time rating.
And then
But I
there's
think he is
extra pressure.
normally about
Maybe you double the rooks
1300
first.
in 12 and 13 and maybe 1100
This knight now is looking
in
awkward.
chess.com.
Oh, but he wants to go knights.
So
Yeah, and threaten
yeah,
the
he
rook.
wanted a lesson.
We just
They
go back.
wanted a lesson. The 2 of them together.
Yeah, doesn't
Like I
do
said, I
much.
saw
Yeah.
them streaming.
Okay,
I
now
thought, hey,
we can
these guys are
calculate
cool.
the
Like the way they do
takes,
things, and so offered to give him a lesson.
Just
Yeah,
lose
so
the
I
rook.
really like the Chess Wizard didn't worry about the bishop because he could just take back with the pawn,
Rook takes. Let's
which,
get
like I told
tricky.
you, I was anticipating he would do
We
anyway.
take with check.
And
Okay, I
by
was
the
just
way,
thinking this
he gets
check.
this
Yeah.
move in.
But we don't have.
If
a
that
third.
bishop leaves, he gets
I
that
think
move
just-
in. That bishop's
it's
a
a shame.
goner.
No, it's. I
So
think
the other
it's all right.
option
Yeah,
was to
it's
maybe
fine.
move the bishop. I
Yeah.
know you would have moved it twice, but if he had moved the bishop twice, even if he backs it out now, because this pawn is
Doing well.
protected, threatening to win the bishop.
Still quite dry.
So he could do that to force it. Okay, he chose to do
There.
that to force it first. Where
I think
again,
here,
if he had
maybe.
pushed back,
Here.
he had the chance
I don't
to
know. Can
little
be-
trick. And
can be
they wouldn't have
tricky. What do you
really
think?
been because
Yeah,
I
and
forgot
opens
this
equal
square.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad. So the
Because
knight is
we have the
moved.
rook developed.
I was thinking the
on
knight was
second
still there.
file,
Knight is moved.
rank
So,
or whatever.
nope. This knight had moved. He would have been able to
So
follow up.
he has to do
with that
something.
pawn
Maybe
push.
bishop
That
there,
would have
but
been
then-
sweet, depending on the knight.
I think it's going to trade the bishop.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to wait. Probably after this move, they need to assess the position again.
So we both don't have light squares. So maybe
Very good. Is that King? Is that on
we
chess.com
can
or is that on
do-
Lee Chess?
stuff. Okay, now he has to go back.
And the
And
pawn is
ratings are
pinned.
good, right? Ratings help us understand how well we're doing.
The one
That's
in front
why
of the
we
queen.
care about ratings, because otherwise they don't mean anything.
This one.
But
Yeah,
they help
So-
us know
oh,
if
if
we're
yeah,
we
improving.
there, if he pushes, we need to double the rooks.
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
So again, this would have been a nice square
We
for
also
the
can
knight,
consider
which
Well,
means
the
the
knight
queen, if it was
this, but
here,
I think that helps
right?
him.
If the queen was
Yeah.
here, the knight would have had that better square. Now you see why I like that queen better here.
Okay, shall we assess once
Okay,
again?
let's assess. We're a long time, but okay.
So equal
Candidate-
material.
Yeah.
We
I was
have the
going to tell him to
pawns.
assess.
The knight's not doing anything, but his knight was also not doing anything, and we can go here and challenge the knight, and we can kind of prepare that or that. So I think we should do this first. So
Yeah.
maybe we can push.
I also agree.
So guys,
Oh,
Guys?
yeah.
you said you were going to assess the position, and then all you did was look for targets.
Hmm.
So when we
Okay.
assess a position, you have to determine who's winning and
Mhm.
why. You
Okay.
have to look at pawn structure, material, development, center ownership,
Okay.
activity of your pieces, coordination of your pieces, king safety. You have to look
Okay.
at all of that and then come up with a decision: am I winning or losing Then you can
Okay.
think about targets and what you want to do.
Okay.
And you
Okay,
only
okay,
have
let's
you
try.
only have 3 minutes, so you have to do it fast.
Okay.
Okay, let's give it another.
So
try.
okay, let's see who's winning. So yes,
I love it that
has
they
a
talk
better
a lot
pawn
while they're
structure.
playing, so I
This
can
stuff.
know
He
what
has
they're
a
doing and
better
not
pawn
doing.
structure. He has more center, I think.
yeah, but we have
But we
protected
can check.
center.
We can
Hey, but
check.
Chris,
Yeah.
you're going to climb.
We
And
have.
you're
Our
going
queen
to
is a
climb
bit
solid
useless.
and
Yeah,
fast,
the queen
Chris.
is useless, but
And
Here.
I'm telling you what,
the
Chris,
knight is a
your
bit
rating,
restricted, which is good.
Yeah.
or is that blitz rating, Chris?
And
His
this
knight
knight.
is
I
also
thought you
there,
were
but
better
not
than
doing
that, Chris.
anything.
A higher
So
rating
maybe we
than
can
that.
go here with the knight.
Yeah, I think
You're
you're
gonna make me go
presenting an
check.
attack on the king side. So I think we're slightly winning, maybe.
Perhaps because now you cannot push and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
push. But then it's awkward. Our pawn structure
Yeah, what do you
is
mean you're
maybe
600
a
on
problem.
lead
Now
chess,
this is blocked.
Chris? You're
Yeah, yeah.
1392,
We need to move the queen
1433.
at some point.
Yeah, we need to move the queen maybe
You're doing
here.
great on lead
Yeah.
chess. You're in the 1400s.
There.
And now
Chess
now
Wizard,
because
you
we move
shouldn't
the
be
knight
looking
here,
for the
we can push
prediction,
immediately
because I
if
think
he
the
pushes the
prediction was
pawn,
who
we can
wins
just
this
take.
game.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we should do that already.
Oh, but
I
but
put
then,
undue
we
pressure on
cannot
you.
protect us. It doesn't matter. So it's just spinning the
Oh, it
knight.
just feels like
No,
it. I
no,
get you,
no,
Chris.
No, I think
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can.
I get you.
double.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
move
Ratings
up
are-
like here.
Ratings,
Yeah. Let's see how
amongst
it is,
everything, ratings are definitely relative. Yeah, I
That's,
predicted in my head. I
Oh,
predicted
is
that
he playing
move.
something?
I knew that move was coming. I know Chess
Does he
Wizard
want
well
to-
enough.
Does he want to trap
I knew
one
that
knight
move
or
was coming.
something?
I don't think you can.
Yeah. I don't.
Let's go here
Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah, protect the rook.
and help this square.
Yeah.
Controlling this square.
That was interesting. If they had
Now
stayed
we can
here,
push the
they
pawn.
had
I don't
thoughts
think
of
we
maybe
want to push
moving
pawn
that
quite
pawn
here.
and
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
a check
Let's
in, but the
save that
queen
for
unfortunately
later.
just
This pawn is
covers.
important for this.
Queen
Yeah,
covers
yeah.
herself, and then still don't win anything.
Oh, this diagonal though.
Oh,
but if we
Still
take
has
that's-
that bishop.
I think we take.
I help him develop the knight.
But then we have.
Yeah.
Help him develop the
This
knight, but he
diagonal.
undoubles his pawns, and that knight is really trapped.
Let's go back.
Wait.
You go
Sure.
there.
Oh, we can. There.
You go here. That
there,
knight is
there,
really.
and we
Can't
have a
go here. The
discourage
knight
on the
wants to
queen.
get out
Wait.
so
If
badly.
we take, it takes with the knight, and then where
The
can
other
he go
way
with
to
the
think
knight?
is if they don't
He
take,
still doesn't have much
he
options with
takes,
the
and
knight.
then the knight
So I think
still
we just
gets out.
take and have that
So-
diagonal with the queen.
Chess Wizard did a
I think
good
we go
job
here,
of freeing
because
up
we
his
take, we check, and
knight.
it's a
This
four.
is good.
Yeah,
Very
okay,
good
okay,
game.
Cool.
Yeah, King C4 looks interesting.
Okay.
That
So
doesn't
repeating
stop him,
movements.
so I would still
But yeah,
take and then
he
have
did
the
a weird
queen
move.
or the knight come
I think
up
he's
here.
overextending.
Or the king could just move over.
Okay,
Yep.
so
he,
we
needs,
win
he
material.
needs to
Yeah.
be able to activate his knight. Ooh, and he's got to use the knight. Oh, he missed it.
Okay, amazing.
He missed it. Yeah, Chess Wizard
But I
need to
don't think
block
we
with
got
the
him
knight,
trapped.
So now
Oh,
we're winning.
knight
and then the
there.
rooks would have been
Then I can
connected.
take the pawn.
Yeah.
He just
okay.
missed it. That's just a
This is nice.
tactic,
I
guys.
think we maybe go
Look,
back.
free candy. You got to see the double
Centralize the
attack.
queen. I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
And the way that you solve it is you put the queen,
So,
the
but
knight
we can
here,
also take the
rooks
pawn, but I don't
connect,
think
and he's good to go. That's just
Do we
a
wanna take
a
the
miss,
pawn?
guys. That's a flat out miss.
Um,
Now, once he gets there,
yes.
this
We
knight
can
comes
still
over.
escape.
Then you
Then
can just put a rook on it.
let's go back.
No,
Excuse
take the
me. So
pawn.
he missed-
because then
he
we
missed
take this
that
pawn.
opportunity.
We have lots of pass pawns. I think we can do it.
Unless he had greater plans that I know
Why not?
about.
But
They're
there,
snatching
just
pawns.
contemplate, but then
Yeah.
I'm liking this knight here now. Yeah, that's nice, but I don't
Okay.
know what else you
Okay.
get yet.
Uh,
You know, maybe shove this pawn out
Nice, we didn't
anyway
move the
because
queen
you
there.
need room.
Otherwise, it was a fork.
Hey, Paul Val,
Huh?
thank you for
Still move the
following.
queen
We're doing
there.
a one-on-two
Oh,
lesson
yeah.
with the MisoBrothers. They are also
Uh, we
streaming.
have a rook.
If you want to check them
Yeah.
out.
Should we give up the rook?
No,
Thanks for the
let's go.
follow.
A long time.
He is smart enough to see that rook move, King, but we all miss
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's protecting.
Yeah.
Four
yeah.
knight
And then
cube.
there
Let's
we can
remove the
take-
knight from
Magic
there.
4-knight cube. I like it.
Let me do it.
Yeah,
Ah.
just do that.
One, no, you got to be
It's
more
good.
aggressive.
Let's chase the knight.
I'm thinking he needed to push that all the way.
We
You need
can
to push
push
that
the
all the
first
way.
game with one French stream.
Counterattack. He
I'll
says,
take the
yeah,
knight. We're winning. So
you take mine, I take
material.
yours. But yeah, too many
No,
free
you
stuff
can
is going to
take
be
the-
left alone.
yeah.
Takes this
we-
way
we
first,
can-
takes
and what's the
this
problem?
way.
Can go here.
Doesn't even, I mean, he could just
You
take
can
the
take-
knight,
oh, yeah,
let
yeah.
the knight
Yeah,
be
yeah, I like
taken.
that actually.
It's a messy,
like that
messy,
a lot.
messy. But
Yeah.
chess wizard also is smart enough to
No,
play the
if
clock.
takes, I just take.
So I think he's
Yeah.
trying to also play with the clock. He's way ahead on time.
Okay,
I know we can take this knight. if
I'm
he
not
doesn't
going
have-
to remove it.
He needs to move the knight, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's
Oh,
just-
my knight, the other knight is also almost trapped though. Oh, we could go no because
Yeah.
if he goes there, we
And the
have
king
this.
is there.
So
And it's
they
still
figured
good.
out you can't take because the queen would have been hanging.
Oh, so now that pawn is hanging.
The central pawn? Maybe. Take this pawn, takes. What do you think?
I think we take the knight.
Okay. We're just scared of the pawn.
Now there.
Decided to trade the knights. I think the better choice was
It's
just
gonna
taking the free
become-
We're
pawn.
winning anyway.
They would have had
He's
that
going to take
pawn. I think
Yeah.
that would have been better.
So now
Splitting your rook, so
um,
you got to put them back together, maybe.
Take
I
the.
love it.
Take
I
the,
love-
the rook is
I
hanging.
love
Oh, yeah.
his fighting spirit.
think we
Chess
could
wizard
give the
is not
rooks
one he will
exchange.
not give up.
Yeah.
And he's,
No,
and he's ahead on time.
Yeah, I think we give up the exchange.
No. Let's be safe.
Where do we go then?
Double the
Here?
rooks. Double the rooks.
Yes, sack for
Oh,
content.
here?
Always sack
No,
for
don't give up
content.
the file. No, go D1.
No. I think you're right. Though.
Yeah?
I think you're
Okay.
right.
Well, I don't know. Can take this pawn. Well, wherever. Go.
Here. Okay. That one,
Yeah, that one is nice.
Attacking the rook and the knight. So now
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. Go.
there,
Yeah.
there. You can just go there or even there. You can
Doesn't
check.
have. I want to force the queen trade. Maybe just pawn up.
Let's go here.
Okay, that's good.
That's not a
I know
pawn
it-
up, so I don't know what he was
Okay.
thinking, but that wasn't a pawn up.
Maybe there. Check.
Had a lot of squares.
No, he has to give up there. If the queen lives this far, which I don't think it's going to happen.
Probably all the way back here, it looks
No.
like.
Just need to be careful with the
You could go
pawn.
there,
Wait,
but
the queen needs to go there. Yeah.
probably the best square.
So
Then he's
I
got
guess-
threats. Still has threats.
Okay, just have a
And we're going to
check.
see if white pays attention
Yes,
to black's
yeah.
threats. Remember, we said
Let's see
that's
what he
something
does.
that they seem to
Okay.
miss is their opponent's threats.
if he goes back, but then we can go here.
Well, if he goes back, check with the knight and take the knight.
Take the rook. He has to take because it can go there. And it can go here.
You don't want to miss mother
Yeah,
mates
yeah.
after the lesson.
Yeah. So if he moves there,
Imagine if you missed another one of that. Flavio will go crazy.
yeah. Well, the king is open though, so not taking any chances there.
I'm in trouble.
He has a check there eventually, but for now it's working for us.
Can take this knight.
I think there is the way to go. If he takes, we take.
Yeah.
Oh,
First,
Then he mate if you go there.
yeah.
goes
There,
there
check.
first,
You block,
takes
so
here,
you check
then he
again, and
steps
then
here.
Yeah.
or if there, it's me.
then he has two attacking.
So it's forced mate.
Yes, no, yeah, you can take the knight.
Oh yeah.
He moves away.
Yeah.
Ah,
Villain
took.
check.
Check
Look.
there.
Oh,
Thought he should have just stepped up.
So we're threatening that.
if he checks, we trap his knight, don't we?
Yeah, but then you can take, and the queen is protecting. you go
I
there,
do go for it.
if you go here, he takes, we check, and then
Oh,
knight
yeah,
is
the
protected, but then we can go queen back, but then we're in a forkable square.
Yeah,
though.
it's so weird.
But I'll go
Yeah, go up.
anyway. I think I'll take with king.
Maybe here. No,
Yep,
go
I
there.
think the
go there.
Miso brothers are
Because you don't
looking
need to play
okay.
fast.
Jack really
But
doesn't
they
get
got
him
queen.
anything. Queen could just take back.
No, but then
And,
forkable
yeah,
square.
and maybe we need to.
No, but we're threatening the knight. Okay, I think we take to the
Did
queen.
it
Yeah,
anyway. Yep, now
And
the
we need to
knight's
put the
under
rooks on
attack.
open file eventually to mate.
I want to trade queens though.
Yeah, same.
So the knight can only go there. And we have check.
Yeah. The queen will block with the knight.
Yeah.
Put the rook on open file.
Up here.
Yeah.
There, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm scared now.
Queen. Stuff.
Yeah.
Queen can go to places. You can take the pawn.
You have a check here as well.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
So let's go
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe there. Or there.
Yeah, because I think the check could be even better later.
Yeah.
So I think they
the
did
queen is
better.
on the
I
dark
think they
square.
definitely
Yeah, like
saw
double,
one.
now.
They
Yeah,
didn't.
definitely double. Yeah.
They didn't miss
Wait,
tactics
where's the
of
rook?
their opponent, but I
Yeah,
still
no,
think their
double to threaten
assessment
these.
has a lot to be
I
designed.
think.
Okay, because
They're
then
not determining who's winning
well,
and
then
losing
I'll tweak the
well
file.
enough to use it then to their advantage. So we're going to want to work on that for sure.
So maybe looking at knight there. We check again.
Yeah, looking good.
Just the time that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of scary.
No, the increment is nice. We need to play more with the increment, I think.
Yeah, although
Especially if we play with chat and stuff.
there. I want to go there.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting. Like
Maybe
that
not go
better.
there.
No. Here.
Yeah,
This way I protect
yeah.
the pawn with check.
Now that's trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble with a
If-
capital T.
Oh, we can't protect the knight though, because
can't.
we can take. If takes, I can trade everything.
Yeah, I think.
Takes, queen takes, queen
Yeah,
takes.
let's just do it. Okay.
Now let's go after this pawn.
Okay, now it's the same thing.
Which won't ever get there, of course. And it's right here. Looking good.
There.
Yeah, we in the race.
Thing can't ever get past that line
Yeah.
to help out.
End games. This is why you need to watch Tiberian streams to learn the all end games.
And he can't get
No,
past
it's
there.
not.
Yeah.
The king is boxed in. Very good
There's
job
no
for the
stalemate.
endgame.
So there's a pawn
Very
push.
good job.
Yeah.
Here. So just-
Always hope for a stalemate. Go for it. Ah, should have pushed. Get rid of the pawns.
check.
Now they could just Watch him down. Never have to get the pawn. Yes.
Okay.
Good game,
Good
Chess
game.
Wizard. Good game. Oof.
Good job, guys. Good job, Chess
Impressive.
Wizard. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Lovely.
Thanks so much, Chess Wizard.
Yeah, thank you.
Chess
Great
Wizard
game.
is always willing to help out. And this is how fast and how easy. Oh, the results are in. The MisoBrother the prediction was a draw. Ah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, fair enough.
the prediction turned out to be wrong. Oh my gosh. Let's see. See the details. Introducing channel points. Okay. I'll have to look at that later. So guys, I just moved that game into your study. So if you go back to the
Okay,
study
let's
with me.
go.
Thanks again, Chess Wizard.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I was getting low on time there.
And it was 2 minds against 1, so
Yep.
Study.
Yep. Studies I contribute to.
yeah.
That was
let's
2
go.
against 1, and that's why it should be right. That's why you
Chess
should always
Wizard,
do
here we
those
go.
casual.
Mhm.
So when you guys, I think when you guys are playing as MisoBrothers and only one is going to be, totally one person is doing it,
Yeah.
make them rated. But then when
Yeah,
you're
of
doing them
course.
together, if you make them casual, nobody can ever complain.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more fair.
Yep. Oh, so it meant
Fair
that
play above all.
MisoBrother was going to win or draw versus Chess Wiz. Is that what it means, Chris? No, it means MisoBrother or draw. Okay. Oh, that was the choices they had? I don't understand. Okay, so I didn't catch your first assessment. I definitely caught your second one. And when you assessed, you didn't really decide who was winning or losing. And that's what I want you to
Yeah.
do for assessments. I gotta close the door.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where with the first thought, and we decided to push the pawn. Okay.
So part of the assessment is who's winning, who's losing, and why.
Mhm.
So even right now, if you assess this position, if you
With
look
the
at the
pawn
center,
push or before that?
sorry.
With the pawn on b4 or
Yeah, well, the way it is right now, you can assess it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at any time you can assess the position. It becomes a bit of an art to know when you should assess the position, but at any time you can. And if you were playing an hour-long game, right, you can assess it every
Of
time
course.
somebody moves if you wanted to.
yeah,
So
exactly.
white owns this square because it's 2 against 1. Black owns this square easily, 3 against 1. Black 3 against 3. So that's
But
a
the
draw.
knight is pinned.
And then this one is, the knight is pinned, but it's a relative pin, not an absolute pin. But yeah, I can see where you might not want to count it. And this one, white has 2 and black only has 1. So white is owning the light squares and black is fighting for it, although this one's a split on this square. Okay.
Yeah.
Material, it's pretty easy. There's been nothing traded.
Exactly.
Development,
Equal.
queen has to get off the back rank. Chess Wizard, if you're listening, I thought you should have put your queen here to create a battery. I liked your queen better here than on the dark square. And I think it turned out later where it would have changed the game for you. And in fact, Chess Wizard, you only lost that game. I think you were in the game the whole way, but you missed the fact that the queen was double attacking, which we'll see in a moment. So again, I think you guys are good at tactics. So I was telling my stream, I don't usually take back this way. I always take back this way, but I also
fair
don't
enough.
usually put my rook there. I usually keep my rook so I can have it on the open file when I take towards the center, and then I use both pawns to break through the center. But I notice you guys take a lot of times with the rook. So it's just a little bit of a difference in style. But
it does look awkward.
But
there.
I mean, if you're going to move it up, if you're going to do a rook lift, it makes total sense. If you don't also end up with your semi-open file and an extra. It's like you have an extra center pawn.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's just something for you guys to think about. Again, I think it's more of a style issue, but you might decide, let's try it sometimes where we take back with the pawn. So here, normally, again, you would back up the same way Chess Wizard did when he backed up. But you decide to bring the queen over. So I predicted he was going to do this. Not that it immediately gains him anything, but I knew he would.
Yeah, I also noticed after.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't gain him anything. Again, I would have loved his queen to be here. I would have loved if he could get his rook here to push this pawn when you have all this lined up. That was just what I would have wanted to see him do. And he takes away one of the attackers of that square just to chase your rook around. So Chess Wizard, I'd much rather you have 1, 2 right now hitting there. I'd get a third one hitting there. Then I might even see if I can get, and again, oh man, if this queen were here, then your knight could go here, and you'd have, look at all those pieces you'd have, in theory, hitting that square. So I think this is the square you kind of like ended up needing to fight for, and I think the queen would have fought for it better here. Anyway, so you did chase the rook, but didn't gain you anything. And then unfortunately, he has this square. Otherwise, it looks like he's trapped. So he gets the square, you trade, and then you had a dickens of a time getting this knight into your game again. If your queen were here, then the knight could have went here. Right? The knight would have had a nice square to go to and immediately attack the pawn, but you had to back it up to here. So now, guys, let's assess this position again. Who's winning?
So I have an awkward knight, but he also has an awkward knight. But I can remaneuver my knight easily.
We have double pawns.
We have a rook on a semi-open file. His pawn structure is maybe better.
But then,
well, he has no weaknesses in his pawn structure except for a backward pawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has one big pawn island, but he has 2 backward pawns. Okay, you do have double pawns, but
and our rook is aligned with his queen.
It is aligned with the queen, but they're not double. But you're right, it is aligned with the queen, so that's a good alignment. I like alignments. If you guys, I think I've mentioned that to you guys. Your queen is probably not developed that great, but nothing's wrong with that diagonal. And this pawn is going to be annoying for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So right now, I'd say that this pawn, being where it is, causing this trouble, this knight being poorly developed, this knight really not hitting anything and being out in the open, I'd say you guys are winning.
Mm-hmm.
How can you keep this pressure, this winning going? What would you think you would do to keep this situation?
So develop the knight that's on f1.
Okay.
And then
double the rooks.
And the queen is also a bit awkward, so maybe change it.
Okay.
But although
you haven't said anything about your weakest plus your most annoying.
So maybe c4, maybe. Then he takes. If he takes,
we protect the pawn.
And now you're not doubled anymore, and his knight still has no good squares for a long time. And he doesn't really have this square because this pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. No, this looks good. Yeah.
Now I don't like this because he could do this. Now he could take.
Oh, because the rook is not aligned. Okay.
On the same rank.
Right. That's why I wasn't crazy about that rook take. And when he chased you, I think you would have been better to come all the way back. You want your rooks talking.
Okay.
Just want rooks talking. So but this is definitely a possibility, if not right away, soon. You can even have the knight come here to get rid of him at the same time protect the pawn.
Yeah.
That's a playable, and the knight has this square next.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's threatening to come here. He's protecting
that's
here.
Great.
So, and if he takes, again, you could choose, right? I mean, if you take here, you lose your pin. So you might like the alignment and keep the alignment.
Yeah.
So I can understand that too. And if
although
he
we
pushes
can help protect the pawn.
Yeah, and if he pushes, then maybe you just protect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have
eventually get him over there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So the idea of the assessing the position is for you to determine what is your strengths, right? Mm-hmm. This is a strength, great outpost. Yes. What are your weaknesses? Double pawns. Queen is not in the greatest spot, and this knight isn't really doing anything yet. Mm-hmm. But then you look at your opponent's weakness, and he can't get out. He could come here, but then he can't get out either. Of course. The knight comes here. Mm-hmm. He still doesn't have any place good to go. So this knight, the rooks aren't connected. Weaknesses, weaknesses. Um, this can keep you out of this square, but otherwise that square looked pretty. That square looks pretty, but why let him trade off your knight, right?
Hmm. Of course.
So I think your plan would involve repositioning your knight or getting it here so it protects the pawn. And
Hmm.
if you chase his knight, right, you could get here and protect, and now his pawn can't get through. So if you
Mm.
chase his knight, he might even want this way so that he could still free this knight.
Exactly.
But then again, your knight gets to come here, and for the moment, right, you just got to decide how you want to play it.
Hmm.
And I still think your rooks need to be connected. So they could connect this way to hit at the queen. So those would be the plans, right? But the part of the plan that I didn't hear you guys acknowledge is you don't you don't want to not lose this pawn. You don't want to lose the pawn, but
Yeah.
you don't want to keep it simply because you don't want to go down a pawn. You want to keep it because it's doing such good work,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
right? Makes
And
sense.
later I moved the only piece I was defending the pawn. So then I went back. I was like, oopsie.
Cool. So yeah, that's how I want you. I want you to assess the position, find out what your strengths and weaknesses are, shore up your weaknesses. And you talked about getting the knight into the game, but you missed the fact your rooks are not connected as a weakness.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you got to do something about your rooks. I'm sorry, that just I misclicked. So you want to do something about your rooks. You want to do something about your knight, and you want to hold on to this pawn because it's stymieing his development.
Yes.
Okay, so
Makes
it's
sense.
keeping him
Hmm.
from developing. So you want to keep that pressure, that annoyance going as long as you can.
Hmm.
So those are the things that if you think through those things, your plans will be more cohesive versus, hey, I just I'm going to attack this and I'm going to attack that, and if he does this, I do this. He does this, I do this. That's not planning. That's figuring out combinations and possible tactics.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, good game though. Overall, good game. This was just this was like the one blunder that he
Yes.
made, and it's like, okay, let's start over and finish from here, because now he's not in such bad shape, right? It's playable. Rooks are talking to each other. He still has a weak backward pawn, and he still has an alignment issue, but at least he's not giving away free candy. Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
that was just free candy. That hurt. But then he fought. I love it that my students don't give up. I always tell them never resign. You can't win if you resign. If you resign, the only thing that you can't even draw, right?
Yeah.
The only
He
thing that
was
happens
very
if you resign is
resilient.
you lose. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you're going to lose if you resign. That's all that's going to happen. Yeah. And I don't even know what he could do because he's unfortunately at a large deficit right now. Down a
He
whole
came
row.
up with some good ideas, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we got our 4 knight cube,
Yeah.
new famous
Knights
4
are
knight cube.
tricky near the king. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it hits a lot of squares, but
Hmm.
unfortunately, it didn't give enough. He needed another piece in there. He needed the rook in there. You need the queen. The queen can't get in. So he looked to try to get this one off. I think because he was trying to get the queen in, which would have been a good idea. But it's really hard to get it in there, right? Maybe if he had pushed this first. So and once you moved, maybe push here first. I know
yeah,
he's
because my knight then
yeah, because your knight still can't take here. I mean, this pawn doesn't mean anything. He knows he's going to lose. So that way, maybe he could get this in, and he'd have enough pieces protecting it to cause you trouble.
and
But
then if the knight moves, then the queen can go
can at
over
least
there.
come over here and at least harass you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
don't know if it can
Hmm.
do much else, but it definitely can harass you, bother you,
Yeah.
chase you around. But okay, yeah, good game, guys. So the lesson for
Absolutely.
today, though, for you guys especially, is to pick a time, right? Pick a point, time
Hmm.
during the game, hopefully early. And like I said, it should be when you're near or at fully developed. So
Yes.
you notice your pawn moves though? We talked about this earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We were wondering, but we knew better. We were more experienced with
This
the pawn.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, because really your pawns are they're not overly awesome, right? I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
It's a
crazy about the
smile though.
pawn.
It's smiling though.
Yeah, yeah, you got that smile going. Yeah. Yep. That's true. That's true. And again, I think he would have been better off on this diagonal. He would have had an easier square for his knight to come back to. I think the game would have been, interestingly enough, I mean, all it is he knows he has to develop the queen, and I think he would have been better off here. I
Mm.
think it would have been
Yeah, I
the
agree.
game, the flavor of the game could have been a lot different with his queen there. A lot different. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
does make
Very
sense.
interesting. Okay, but when you get close or at fully developed,
Assess.
yeah, you need to assess. And if you notice, you undeveloped the knight, so for you to be fully developed, if you waited till you're fully developed, you wouldn't have assessed until now. That's way
Hmm.
late, right? So it's when you're
Exactly.
near developed, right? So like even here,
Hmm.
you could talk about, do I want my knight here, then back here? Do I want the knight here, then here and there? But before I think of that specifics, it's like who's winning, why, where's the game being played, where's my strengths, where's my weaknesses? Is it on the light
Hmm.
squares? Is it on the dark squares? Do I have a good bishop? Do I have a bad bishop? What do I want to do with them? Do I have king safety? Yep, for the moment I do. Is this rook even on the right square? That would have been if you had assessed the position before you moved the rook, because moving the rook to the center, I've heard people say this, but it's not correct in my mind. They say, "Oh, I developed my rook." No, you don't develop rooks. You develop minor pieces. You get the queen off the back rank. You castle. Rooks talk to each other. Just don't develop a rook.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
So this move was a non-developing move, and look, you still have three pieces not
Yeah.
developed.
Queen side.
He only has two. So again, if castling is fine, and then you made a move, and then he decided, yep, I don't want to double my pawns, then you develop the other piece, and if he developed, you guys he'd be fully developed. He should be assessing this position, deciding what he wants to do, and then you got to decide how you proceed. Whatever you do, he's fine. In my mind,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he should be feeling fine about his position right now.
No,
I
it's
do I
strong.
do like, that you got center activity and you're keeping pieces out, but your knight's not in the best square possible, but it's playable. And
Hmm.
that's one too where he can assess the position and say, what if I take off this knight early, right? Here. So what happens if I take off the knight early? And then
Well,
you
the
take
pin was working in his favor, I think.
the what?
The pin on the knight
Yes.
was working on his
Yeah,
favor.
but I mean, you're going to break the pin pretty soon, and the pin really didn't do anything because you couldn't get you couldn't pile up on it.
Yes.
So if
Yeah,
you
also
can't
true.
pile
Yeah.
up on it, he might want to look and say, yeah, do I need it? Maybe I trade. Now, I think it's pretty scary, but again, you
Hmm.
could have traded here. Just thoughts, right? Just things to think about for his assessment to say, where's my strengths, where's my weaknesses. This is definitely a normal move, or trading it. And then I believe you followed with the knight. And so now if he assesses and says, where's my strengths? Where's my weaknesses? How am I going to play this? He might decide, I'm going to push this pawn, right? I'm going to counter attack through the center. And so he might have to find a way to get there so he can push it. You might be doing this. And that's where, okay, do I back up here? If I was already here, I might even sacrifice. So again, thinking if his plan is to push this pawn eventually, he's got to get rid of that bishop. That'll be a step he needs to take. So here's another option, right?
Yeah.
Let's get
Yeah.
rid of the bishop. On his part, it could be let's get rid of the bishop.
I'll
Isn't it?
probably go to b3 with the bishop.
Yeah, you could go here to try to save it, and then here,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a little tricky way to do it, right? I mean, it's
Mhm.
it's a long trip, but it's a way to save the bishop, and I know you like to take that way, so we'll take that way. But now you just come this way, and so now you get away. You're not going to come there because he would still trade it, right? So you can get away.
Mhm.
And if you really want to keep the bishop, but this
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he's being aggressive.
Yeah,
So
space.
still, this move might have been a good move for him to get rid of that bishop because that bishop is a powerful piece. Again, if Chess Wizard assesses the position and says this is his best piece, look, bishop's not doing anything really. Queen's not even off the back rank. This knight is not well developed at all. This knight is well developed, but I got it pinned. So, so what is his best piece? By far, this is your best piece.
Mhm.
Why not get rid of your best piece?
Yeah, no, that's a strong move,
Makes a
yeah.
lot of sense.
Good. So that's why we assess positions. So
Mhm.
Chess Wizard doesn't have to know an opening. He didn't study this opening. He doesn't know this opening. He doesn't have to come up with combinations and a lot of tactics. He just has to assess the position to say who's winning, who's losing, and why. And he'd probably say, well, we're equal overall, but this is white's best piece. And he might say this or this might be black's best piece. Maybe. He might say, I don't really think I have a best. They're all just waiting for an opportunity to become better. But this piece is pretty good for you. This is like your best piece. And
Mhm.
and he can force a trade. And so this idea of forcing a trade is something that right beginners have to learn that, oh, you mean I can take it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I can find a way to force. Okay. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
this
that
move,
would be really annoying.
yeah,
Yeah.
moving this knight off to the side is not a beginner move normally. And normally we tell you never do that. Don't put your knight on the rim, but
Yeah.
but again, you have a good reason to try to trade off the bishop. Right? He's gotta go he's gonna get traded off. And get traded off. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
And
I
if
think
you,
that's a
yeah.
good lesson for him. But it's the same lesson I'm teaching you guys, which is assess the
Assess.
position, determine what the strengths and weaknesses are both sides, and then try to minimize their strengths or get rid of them altogether, and maximize your strengths and get rid of your weaknesses.
Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
exercise, yeah.
Yeah, so Chess Wizard is in my chat and he says, yeah, he thought about this, but then he thought he helped you finish development. How did you help? But you mean because of this Chess Wizard with the queen? And that's true. You would have helped him finish developing, but again, you got rid of his best piece, and then whatever way they want to take back, and then you just say, "There's no black bishop. In fact, there's no white bishop to bother me. No bishop to
Mm.
bother me." But yeah, you could just do this, and you're fine. Right? You're going to start expanding, and now that those so many minor pieces of both of his bishops are gone, you're looking fine. This knight can move, but he can't move because you're ruinous. Well, no, you wouldn't ruin rook here. Good move. Seems to be good. But yeah,
Cool.
okay. You didn't want the knight. He didn't want the knight to take back or the queen to take back. But I think that knight here or the queen here, Chess Wizard, is still not as good as that bishop was. So I'd still get rid of your knight that wasn't. Your knight had no squares because of the c3. I mean, that's just the nature of the c3 move. Your knight didn't have any good squares. You get rid of a knight that isn't that great for a terrific bishop. And even if he repositions something, I think you'd be better. Cool beans. All right, guys. Hopefully that was a good lesson. If you liked
That
it,
was
Oh, which
amazing. It was
was
amazing. 5 stars.
we can definitely do follow-ups, and I just get you on the schedule. I usually,
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be fun.
but
That'll be
since you
great.
guys do 5 and 6 or 6 around this time of night, what time is it there,
Mhm.
guys? By the way.
Midnight.
Midnight right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
1
Okay.
minute
Yeah,
to
you're
midnight.
young. You stay up. I can't. If I was up past
Yeah,
11,
that's
I'd be
true.
sleeping on the computer. All
Yeah, who
right.
needs to sleep?
All right. So yeah, so that's starting at 10 o'clock for you guys. So if that works for you, we can do this once in a while. No problem.
Yeah, no,
We'd
I
love
love
that.
the format
Thank you
of
so
the
much,
live stream.
Sabirin. Thank you
And
so
you're
much.
welcome.
Just
You're
chatting and
welcome.
then playing some games.
Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys. And
Thank you so much.
I'll tell my viewers again. Check out MisoBrothers if you don't know them yet. They're nice guys. They I think they only get upset once in a while at each other, but not at anybody else.
Yeah, yes.
Now and then.
Maybe one too many times.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow. And
yeah.
I got, like we said, we're international, which is one of the really cool things about streaming. So you guys are at midnight.
Yeah.
I'm at 8 o'clock. King is at 5:30 a.m. Where are you at?
Jesus.
King, where are
It's so
you
weird
at?
to think about it.
Australia, maybe?
So Chris and I are both on the same time zone. Countrymen of
Wait,
yours. Oh,
yeah.
Flavio says he's in he's in India right now.
Oh,
Ooh,
fancy.
Okay.
interesting.
So Flavio, you're talking about the MisoBrothers, or countrymen of yours that you're going to play them sometime over the board in the future? You're talking about the MisoBrothers?
Oh yeah,
That'd be
that would be
cool.
cool.
That'll be
That'd be
cool.
so
And
cool.
starting our own club.
And Brandon, where are you? That it's 12. Oh, it's 12 for you also, Brandon. So I know. I'm pretty sure you're in Europe, right? I think
Probably
Brandon's in
UK.
the
It's
UK.
midnight there.
Thought he was in England. Yeah, yeah. King is in India. 5:30 a.m. Wow. Getting up early. Oh, you're a night owl. That's like a morning owl. Wow.
So many
Yeah,
time
Chris said
zones.
it would be great to play all these streamers, or even I'd say viewers too, in real life. That would be cool to be able to play over the board.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
plan for the future for
So,
sure.
yeah,
a
someday,
mega
right?
event.
Yep, 5 years from now, we plan some kind of get together.
Yeah.
That would
Who
be cool.
knows? Who
That would be
knows?
cool.
Who knows? All right, guys. Hey, if nothing else, if you ever get to visit other countries, you might have friends there that you can like get, like they show you around the city, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
There you go.
Another advantage.
It's
Yeah.
a
I'm pretty
community
sure
we have here.
I'm pretty sure Leonard is in France, but I know another person is in Montreal. So yeah, we're all over. So it's awesome.
If we ever visit one of those places, we'll
Reach
tell
out.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever come out to United States? You want to visit Notre Dame University? Let me
I
know.
would visit, but
Yeah.
we never went there.
Yeah,
We'll
I
give
really
you
want
a
to visit the
tour.
States.
All righty, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Tiberian. Thank you so much.
No problem. You can thank Flavio. He got us together, right?
And thank you, Flavio, for the networking.
Yeah, used to thank Flavio, yeah.
Ultimately, we got to give Flavio all the thanks. All right,
Yeah.
guys. I'm going to find out who we should. Who should we? I'm going off, so I don't know if you guys.
Yeah,
you probably,
same here.
So let's
Same.
see.
Yeah, we're going off as well.
Johnny D is on again. Anybody new you guys want to hit up? Somebody new, especially somebody maybe small. Always like.
Hey King, we're almost done here.
All right.
Something to check.
Yeah,
All right, so we're going to
see you
go.
later, Chris.
Thank you so much once again for the lesson.
And
Oh,
we
you're
hope we can
welcome.
do that sometime sooner as well. Again.
Oh, I
That'd be
should at least see your stream so I can see your guys' faces. So there
Yeah,
you are.
yeah.
In
Here
my
we are.
still picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sure
Thank
is
you so
good.
much once again.
See what you're missing.
Yeah, thank you
You
so
guys
much once
really
again.
should have shrunk that down because I gave you.
Yeah.
See, there's a chessboard there. You know, I had my daughter take that. We took like 3 shots to get that shot right.
They just ruined it. Sorry.
No,
That's
no,
funny.
the chess pieces, but it was yeah.
Can do it now.
All right, guys.
Let us show just the full picture. Let's try. Oh, we need to crop it down. Okay, it may take a while. So
All right, guys.
maybe
I'll
another
see
time,
you guys
next time.
later. We'll
Yeah.
chat.
See ya.
Bye.
Lovely.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, I can mute that, and then I'm gonna have to close that out later. So Chess Wizard, yeah, if they're not online right now, it's it's impossible to raid them if they're not online. We need them online. So if no one has anyone to do, then I think we will just raid Johnny. He must get tired of seeing us come and visit him, and but we got to find other players that you guys like. I'm always looking for new players that you guys like, and so if you find somebody, let me know. We'll raid them. We can always raid MisoBrothers if they're staying online. I don't know. They don't look like they're getting offline. It's midnight, but they're young. So should we just raid the MisoBrothers? Whoever's left here with me. Kind of fun to raid them. All right, we'll just raid the MisoBrothers. You can talk to them. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night. And I'm on tomorrow again at 1 o'clock with another one-on-one lesson. Tomorrow's with G Dot. Have a great one.